surprise of nobody, we're going to begin today's show with the latest on Mike McCarthy and the situationship the Cowboys have allowed themselves to enter somehow. First, I want to hear your opinions. Do you want Mike McCarthy back as the Cowboys head coach? Y for yes, N for no. Let me know in the comments of today's video. Based on all the latest reporting, most notably Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, the Cowboys and Mike McCarthy are still talking and discussing the future, and they might not have even discussed contract stuff yet, which just absolutely blows my mind, even though I probably shouldn't be surprised. Adam Schefter, NFL Live, most recently saying this: "It doesn't sound like he's any closer to a deal with the Dallas Cowboys currently, but we've seen the Cowboys always wait until the last minute on these types of deals. Go back to Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb late in the summer. Usually, these situations seem to linger until there is some sort of artificial deadline." Well, McCarthy can interview next week after January 14th. I would think that in some time here, the next couple of days, the Cowboys would step forward to see whether there's a solution or not to figure out if Mike stays in Dallas. I will say, and I will be blunt because I'm not going to be a chill guy with this stuff anymore. Making deadlines make deals, your process for a head coach who you've known and been involved with for 5 years, is asinine. It's stupid. This is not how any other organization operates. And it's embarrassing. But you should know. It's been 5 years. Come on. Ian Rappaport mentioned something similar, by the way. Even mentioned that there hadn't been any contract talks yet. What are we doing out here? How, after 5 years of marriage, have we regressed to being in a situationship with the Dallas Cowboys? How is the relationship status? It's complicated. What do you need to figure out? Honestly, what do you need to know? Because all the stuff you might want to argue over, contract length terms, people want a new OC, all that stuff tells me he's actually not your guy. That if you're not just going to give him whatever he wants, is he really the head coach to lead you to a Super Bowl? If we're nickel and diming and arguing over different things about what the goals are and what the contract stuff looks like, then he's not your guy. The Dallas friggin' Cowboys. You're richer than any other NFL team. How do you not know? I hate it here sometimes. Hate it here a lot lately. This isn't fun. How does it take you days upon days to figure out who your head coach is going to be? It took the Patriots an hour to make a decision on Gerard Mayo. Come on. They were there for 1 year. It's honestly embarrassing to keep doing this song and dance every single time. They'll probably announce their decision in the middle of the Eagles playoff game because that's how they do business. So will Mike McCarthy return as the Cowboys head coach in 2025? A for yes, B for no. Let me know at the pinned comment of today's show. More to come, but go vote if the ad comes here on YouTube. Now, ESPN's Jeremy Fowler also mentioned McCarthy could have mutual interest in some other jobs that are open. There are 6 jobs open right now. The 2 mentioned by Fowler, the Chicago Bears and the New Orleans Saints. There's ties to both organizations. The Bears already requested and were denied the interview by the Cowboys for McCarthy. The Bears are also going to interview like 20 people, so, noteworthy. The Saints, McCarthy was there for a little bit. Look, I'll be honest with you guys. McCarthy's an upgrade. I might argue a sizable one. For both organizations, he's better than what they had last year. But that's also not my concern. I don't really care if Mike McCarthy gets to be an upgrade over the 30th best head coach in football. I care if he's the right guy in Dallas, because that is my team. I want to know, is this the right guy to win me a championship? And if the Cowboys believe that, okay, then pay him. Get it done. There's no reason to drag your feet. And if he's not, okay, move on. If he's not your guy, then the mystery box is appealing. If you don't think McCarthy's the boat, then go to the mystery box. I would rather them take a risk in a way they haven't taken a risk in a really long time than just go with the comfort of what they know. So for now, we keep waiting. And we sit around here going, okay, we'll see what's going to happen. They've been talking. Ooh, they're texting each other. Are they going to start dating or not? Like, come on. Let's pick up the pace here. There's no justifiable reason for this to take as long as it has outside of the Cowboys just do things their own way, and their way hasn't worked in 25 plus years, almost 30 years now. Today's show is made possible by Game Time. Game Time is the place. He is set to be a free agent. He also told Nick Harris he wants to return to the Dallas Cowboys. Asked, do you want to come back to Dallas? He said, 100%. The winning part of it wasn't there, but bonding in the NFL, this was my best season doing that with my teammates. I was in the moment, and I was present for the season each and every day. It seems short, but you can create bonds that can last you a lifetime. Even Nick Vigil. I didn't see Vigil in forever. These bonds are going to last a lifetime. Lawson, slow start to begin the year. Part of that could be he was getting ramped up, getting back into football shape, all of that. Did end up finishing the year with 5 sacks. And I think for what a lot of people were hoping for was what we got in the end from Carl Lawson. A good enough rotational pass rusher. When he had to be the number 1 or the number 2 with all the injuries, that wasn't as good. When he was like the 3 or the 4, which you never really got to fully deploy him in that role the way you wanted to with Tank Lawrence out for the entire year, that's where it's intriguing to me. And I would not be mad at all with a Carl Lawson return. I will say this. He took the Dante Fowler mercenary pass rusher role. That role, not be expensive. It should be borderline the veteran salary benefit where you don't count that much against the caps, but you get a little bit more money from an actual cash from the Cowboys. It shouldn't be more than $3 or $4 million at most. It just doesn't need to be. Because I think as long as you got Micah Parsons out there playing, you're going to be able to benefit. And that pass rusher is going to put up good numbers, good production, because the attention is going his way. We watched the Commanders game. Micah's getting triple teams sometimes. He's got 3 guys on him. Leaves a lot of more favorable matchups for Carl Lawson and others on this team. So I am down to bring him back. Same with Chauncey Golston, who should be more expensive, frankly. But it should not come at a premium cost. Now, we are getting closer to 250,500 subscribers. Hit that sub button if you haven't already. YouTube.com/@CowboysTV. Hit that sub button if you haven't already done so. Let's talk. I can't believe we're doing this. Athlon Sports is trying to push a Myles Garrett trade to the Dallas Cowboys this offseason. Now, look, Garrett's made comments that he wants to win. He wants to know the Browns are setting up a good plan. And if the Browns can't do that, he might request a trade. So because it is the Cowboys and because it is a local-ish player, of course he gets linked. This was the trade package from Athlon Sports. The Cowboys get Myles Garrett. Browns get 2 firsts, a second, and a 4th round pick. The trade package is probably fine. That's not my issue with it. Before we get to that, what is the % chance you think the Dallas Cowboys actually trade for Myles Garrett? Let me know in the comment section of today's show. % chance the Cowboys trade for Myles Garrett. I think we know the real answer here. It's 0 if you want to go to absolute 0, negative degrees Calvin. That's fine too. There's no chance this happens. There's no chance the Cowboys actually go trade for Myles Garrett for a variety of reasons. The biggest of which is this isn't how they operate. They are not a splashy team anymore. Look, Garrett is due for a new deal soon, by the way. That's why he's mentioning the whole, what's the Browns' plan for me? Whenever he gets paid, probably after Micah Parsons in theory, it's going to be second or most highly paid non-quarterback in the NFL. Do we think the Dallas Cowboys, with the way they operate, are going to be paying CeeDee Lamb $34 million, Micah Parsons $35 to $40 million, and Myles Garrett that as well? No. This is Madden nonsense. This is, hey, you got two awesome football players. Yeah, Garrett's great. They're not going to do what it costs from a money perspective or from a draft capital perspective. They love their picks too much. They're not moving 2 first-round picks. There's no way the Cowboys would have any interest in doing that. And in the end, I doubt the Browns trade away arguably, if not one of the best defensive players in football. All of it just seems like nonsense.